is up, folks? It is Friday, and music stopped. It is Friday night, 7:30. You know what that means. It is time for Panhandle Fishing Report. I'm your host, Mike Smith, Smitty Surf Fishing Charters. With me always is my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's Demo from Finding Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. Welcome to the weekend, and it is already shaping up to be a monster for fishing. If you haven't been following the whole world in the last, 72 hours, you have been missing out, and it is going to get good. Good evening, Fish Gum. Tony Fagione.
Tony, what's happening, buddy?
Thank you. So, Tony, in case you guys haven't followed my other stuff, Tony just broke my fish gum curse that I have been on for the last few months. I don't know what was going on with me and my fish gum bait, man. I just could not catch a fish. I called Tony about it. He's like, hold on, let's figure this out. Sure enough, went and got a new pack, and all was well in the world. I tore them up yesterday. So 5 of 6 were on fish gum. It was good stuff. What else we got? Mark Burford. Good to see you.
What is up, Mr. Mark?
We'll see him face to face soon.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. We're going to talk about that. We got a lot of folks heading this way. It's things along the Panhandle about to heat up.
Yep, man.
Not only with the fishing, but I guess the fishing is all we're really worried about is what's happening around here, especially in the surf community. We got the 2022 Spring Pompano Showdown coming up, hosted by Lost Key Outdoor, out there in Perdido, along with Perdido Blaine, Mr. Blaine Roberts. You guys seen him as one of our surf contributors. Tons of folks coming in for that. We're going to have Chip, the sinker guy, is going to be here.
Yep.
He'll be there at weigh-in and stuff. Mr. Burford with Over the Bar, Florida Surf Tackle, Over the Bar Rods, Florida Surf Angler will be here. I think Deerfield Fabrication guys are going to be down here. Matt Poole with Ninja Tackle going to be down. James Pemberton with Frisky. I mean, you name it, they're going to be down here to fish this surf fishing tournament.
Yeah, it's a star-studded event in case y'all haven't had the chance yet. So, I mean, come on down. And if it's anything, I mean, we've seen so many people not come to the weigh-ins because they're like, oh, I didn't catch a fish. Half the weigh-in is meeting friends and getting to know people. So you get a chance to come down here. There's going to be booth setups. There's going to be a lot of things going on. So if you haven't signed up yet, you have a couple more days. I was wrong in my live. I will say that. I scared the crap out of Mike, which was pretty good. But you got a couple more days to register. It's going to be a great tournament. And the weather for the tournament right now, even though we all know how Florida is and our weather apps, the weather is shaping up to be absolutely perfect. So definitely get signed up, get ready to come out there and see some people. We got some more jumping on here. So we got,
yeah, we do.
Wow. Mr. Schruber. Hey, how you doing? Hopefully that move went well. Billy Spence.
Please, Tony, please share your personal big pompano spots.
Okay.
Absolutely. Coordinates are.
That was really good. I like that one.
And then right there, and then take about 3 steps to the north, and then perfect. You'll be right there on it.
What really bothers me is that we were in sync with that.
That's the mute button. Oh, did I hit the mute button? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
You have to go back and watch it on the replay, I think. Maybe you will.
Jacob, also known as Mr. Jacob Williams. Good evening, sir. Thank you again for recording me with the podcast. I really enjoyed it, man. If you guys haven't heard, I've told people before, if you want to come on the podcast and you want to talk, I will bring you on. And he took me up on it, and we did. We recorded. So it was a good episode. We had a lot of fun.
Be careful what you ask for.
True story.
Yeah.
True song. What up, man? How are you?
What Robert, is going on, folks?
I feel like I need to message you, Robert. I can't remember what it was about, but I will probably just message you and it'll come back to me.
There you go.
But we got a lot of, dude, I am really excited for all the people coming in for this tournament. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
Rogue Reels.
Mr. Rob Foster. What is up, Mr. Rogue Reels? Got my hat on. Appreciate that.
Bill. I know.
Podcast. I'm not scared.
You on, Bill. I know you could talk all about this, so we'll definitely talk about it.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. What? Oh my gosh, I lost my note. Where's my note?
So I'm gonna throw out real quick. If you guys haven't gotten on yet and checked out GI Jigs for the month of April, we'll talk about all our sponsors real quick. For the month of April, they're giving a 10% off code using the discount code PFR at checkout. That's 10% off jigs. So when you order from them, go Mexus Knobs. You have to order that. So this one's important. Folks have been ordering like Gomexis through like Amazon and stuff like that. You have to order directly through the Gomexis site and use code SURF, SURF, and you'll receive 10% off there as well. And then I have my water lens discount, save you 15% on some quality, nice sunglasses. That's SSF, Smitty Surf Fishing, SSF, for a little bit of a discount on some water lens sunglasses.
We're getting all sorts. We're getting some good ones. And I do have a last minute one, but I will. I lost it. Damn it.
Oh.
Okay. So for those of you that know this company, Sword Fishing is dropping a discount here for you with a discount code for all of their
shirts.
Apparel for the shirts.
Yep.
These are really comfortable. I bought one not too long ago. So, and it's become one of my favorite ones. It's very, very comfortable. I'm looking for the code. I know I have it.
I think it's friends and family.
I think it is friends and family. And you're going to get, I believe you get a 50%.
Yeah, it's 50%.
50% off on that one. So
that's huge.
Friends and family is a monster one for the shirts. Again, long sleeve, very comfortable. They do keep you cool. Really good stuff. I use Swords Fishing now, or his knife. I was really hesitant to use it at first. And then I bought it, and I feel naked trying to do anything with a fish without it. So,
yeah, I cleaned up my Pompano today from yesterday in no time. It was, amazing. I love that product. I'm probably going to buy the serrated one at the tournament, probably. Yeah. That's a good one to have. Maybe the 9-inch too. I don't know, but I definitely love the swords knives. So, speaking of the jigs,
yes,
I have some stuff here, GI jigs.
Oh, I like the gold.
Old Captain LJ hooked us up with a bunch of giveaway jigs. What we're going to do right now, we're going to guess the amount of jigs that I have right here in this bucket. First one that's closest to the amount will get a 6-pack of jigs. These are 1 ounce and 1/2 ounce. The 1 ounce jigs have
freaking Bill
4/0 hooks on them, and the 1/2 ounce jigs have a 2/0 hook on the back side. So that's about half a shoebox full of jigs there. And they're between 1/0 and they're between the 1 ounce and 1/2 ounce jigs that are on there. So the first one that gets in with the correct response, closest to the number of jigs in there, will win 6 of those. We'll get those out to you. 42. That's some good guesses. 36, 18, 50. Yeah, that's 36.
I was throwing that yesterday while we were kind of waiting for fish. I was throwing it on the dagger, and I was throwing the 1 ounce because my over the bar happens to be with somebody that's on the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But, I was slinging that 1 ouncer about probably close to 80 to 90 yards very easily. Very smooth on a 1 ounce for that rod. Nice action. It felt a little bit too light at times, but it's smooth sailing through the water. Really nice. Unfortunately, nothing was there at the time, but that is what it is. You're out like firing jigs from the surf. Great piece of gear though. Really excited about it, and I'm going to throw it inshore here on one of the smaller rods. I'm going to do that 1/2 ouncer. So you got a lot of options, and if we don't have what you're looking for on that size for this one, don't forget to go back to his site. He does have them available, and you do have a discount code at your disposal to go ahead and get some. So don't miss out. These are awesome. We're very fortunate that Capt Mark shared with us. I'm really glad that we got this information from him, and supporting a small business, which makes it even better.
Absolutely. So keep those guesses coming in. There's a lot of people watching, and there's not as many guesses on there just yet, so keep them coming.
I see some prices right happening right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Also, when we hit 500 likes, not follows, but 500 likes on our Facebook page, we'll be doing another big giveaway. That'll be more GI jigs. We got plenty of those to give away. Also, some stuff from Gomexis, maybe. Where do I have here? Might have a nice knob here. I know Brian's got one too, to throw into the giveaway, and hopefully we'll get those pin knobs. We're supposed to get a couple of those as well for giveaway prizes. So
they did
for those to come in.
They did just release the handles. It is not on Gomex's website yet. We went to check today. They still have the Shimano and the Daiwa series, but the pen will be coming soon. I believe I don't know if they're going through testing or what, but we will have some available. And there is some other stuff that might be coming out from Gomex soon that we are trying to figure out, and it might come to our area. But again, everything's fluid, and we're just happy to be here.
Absolutely. So we still got 22, 27, 26. No one's hit it yet.
I know. I'm kind of surprised.
I know. There's 2 up there that are really close.
They are. Yeah. I feel bad that I know what the number is already, and I'm like,
I know. 2 that
no
are
double
really
dipping,
close.
Bill. No, I see what you're up to. Oh, tricky guy. Oh, Vernon. Oh man, we got to talk, Vernon. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to talk to you later about it. I got an idea, and I want to send it to you to see what happens. I'm all about fun stuff. And Jacob, I'm glad you got your stickers. That's cool. I'm glad they got them in the mail. I saw your comment earlier. Good stuff. I did send out stickers to people that asked from the podcast. So happy joy. All right. What else we got here? Let's keep it going. We're at 11 minutes already.
Yep. I tell you what, I'm going to call it right now because there's 2 of them that are identical. Away.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I'll give 6 to both of you.
Ooh,
that's 6 going out. So the amount of jigs in there is 60.
Oh,
so we got Miss Sheila Bates with a 55, and we got Jordan Gooding with a 65. So we'll be sending you guys out some jigs. PM me after the show at Smitty Surf Fishing or here at the Panhandle. No, Mark, you can't guess now. I already called it and said what it was. PM us after the show at Panhandle Fishing Report with an address, and we'll get those in the mail to you guys. Jordan will probably hand deliver yours.
Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow with them.
So that's great. Way to go, Sheila. We'll get those out to you. Those are going to be awesome to use out there. So we're at 12 minutes. Let's see. Continue to share. Make sure you're getting us out there. You want yours gift wrapped. Go, Jordan.
Careful what you ask for.
Let's go. Yeah. Be careful who you're asking. Let's get our weather going real quick.
Salty comes onto the show, and the first thing you say is the number. Really? You don't even say hi?
Salty? No, nothing. No, it's too late, Salty. Too late. GI, I'll send you more. Look at that. Capt J, thank you so much, man. We appreciate your generosity.
Seriously, thank you, sir. It was awesome. Really good stuff. Larry, welcome back. I'm glad to hear you're back home and safe.
Larry, welcome back, buddy.
Good job today out there with Brad, Salty. Nice job. They had, I guess you guys haven't seen it yet, jump over there. They had some good posts from today's fishing bonanza. I don't know. They had a really good day.
Yeah, they did good over there in Perdido. Perdido did good, and so did Fort Pickens did good too. All right, weather. Let's talk about weather coming up. It's going to be ugly. Well, a little ugly, but not bad. Tomorrow, 81, lowest 66. That's not bad. South winds at 11. It's fishable.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Sunday, another 78, a little bit of a drop there, 66. Scattered thunderstorms. I think that's going to be overnight. So the morning should be fine. And the rest of the afternoon should be good. Southeast winds at 11. That's not going to be bad. I'm going to be on the beach these 2 nights, I think. I got fresh Pompano heads and some fresh blue runners that are running right now. You guys, that's early for blue runners, but I may be out there trying to catch a shark or 2 that night. Those 2 nights, actually.
So you're going to run Monday, Tuesday. So the north 13 and 15, that should be good. The wave action will probably be down. So because I'm not out of that. So I'm liking it. Don't forget, everybody, while we're looking at the weather forecast, don't forget to look at the wind. It's always a good one. But a crazy one that I've been doing a lot of now, and I think I've said it before on the show, I'll say it again, the Farmer's Almanac. I have been pulling that up and looking ahead, and I hate to admit it, it's been right, and it's scary. So
I wouldn't be scared to admit that. I mean, that just means that the science that they use is pretty good. You know?
I don't know. I always feel like when I'm reading something like a forecast, I feel like some sorcery going on. I'm like,
right,
in my head. But we
sorcery, but coming from someone who writes forecasts for Coastal Angler magazine, it's not really sorcery. We kind of know what what's going to be
away our
happening.
secret, which is funny that we do that.
All right, what? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Back to weather. So yeah, it's going to be a great week of fishing. I think southeast winds, moderate to heavy. Not bad.
Oh,
Get out there and go catch some fish. If you guys haven't noticed and haven't been following the boards in the forums, Pompano are here and they are thick in the Panhandle right now.
They are. Brian, you're right. 3 decades. I mean, can't go wrong with reel that. And the weather, in case you guys didn't see it when we were talking about it right there, was the tournament weather is looking wonderful on temperature and pieces. The only thing that's kind of questionable is going to be the wind. God, I love that, how that shows up. Looks good like that. Hey, Donnie.
Yeah, no.
The west wind, it's going to be interesting. But again, hopefully you've already started scouting your spots. You got a week left. So if you haven't started your scouting, get some ideas. Keep in mind what time of the year we're in. We are in end of April. Hopefully the spring break should be out of the way. We should be getting some of the beach back. But just
it is what it is when you get out there.
Yeah.
That's why I always go early. All right, question for tonight that we're going to be talking about. Last week we talked about fishing reels and what's the first thing you look for in fishing reels. And we want to hear from you guys on this one because I've seen lately there's been a lot of comments on the different Facebook groups about this one. When choosing a rod, what kind of power and action do you guys look for? That's that's going to run the gamut because we got, it depends on, again, it goes back to the real question that we asked. It depends on what you're buying it for, right? Yep. For what we buy in the surf is going to be completely different than what Captain Bill, who's coming up later, will do for inshore, or Captain Brandon, who's going to do for offshore. Going to be a completely different setup, but this should get you a good idea of what to look for when searching for a new fishing rod. So a medium fast action. We got Mr. Joe Trainer on there with that. I found a interesting an interesting graphic that explains these, and unfortunately it's on my phone and I can't bring it up on the computer here.
Text it to me and I'll airdrop it and I'll put it up on mine.
Okay, hang on. Coming to you. Maybe. Share. Brian. Message. Demo. There you go.
I'll get
fancy talking airdropping and stuff, man. You must have Apple products in your house.
Apple stuff.
All right. So this is depends on the beach structure and target species. Absolutely, Brian. I do think this is another one of those situational things, and it's going to be different for everybody. I prefer a medium fast action rod. That's just what I like. But was that dropping? What was that funny noise?
Yeah, it was an air drop.
Okay. So I prefer medium fast action, but this kind of goes into this drawing, talks about something that Jordan brought up, which Jordan's still here. Jordan Gooding of G2 Coastal brought up last time using steelhead rods in the surf.
Yeah.
And if we can, am I cool to add you to the stream now?
No.
Still thinking. All right.
Yeah.
So while you're pulling that up, steelhead rods, I think, are more of a moderate to slow action rod, which means you're going to get more bend further down the rod section. There we go. There we go. We'll bring this up. Add it to the stream. Boom. Get rid of our banners here. All right. Can you make that bigger? No, maybe not.
I can.
And the purpose of that is because that slow action is going to keep the fish hooked longer when bringing it up, which I thought was pretty interesting. So you got more of a bend. So the top obviously shows your power, and that's where you're going to bend. So whether you have a heavy, a medium, or a light action rod. And then as you scroll down just a little bit, now we get into your actions and what they're really designed for. So I personally like the medium fast action in the surf. That's what I like to fish with. But it makes sense to have a maybe like a medium slow action rod in the surf when you're bringing up those pompano. And I know it's not, but the Florida Surf Angler Bullet seems to act that way, more like between like a moderate to slow. Because my fish stay pinned a lot longer when I'm pulling those in, and it seems to bend just like that.
I thought his tips were fast, Mark. I know you're watching,
and that's what I said. I know they're not, but that's what it seems, because that's the Bullet that bends.
Yeah,
it's probably a fast action on that.
Yeah, I believe he was just saying something about that one. But I mean, by all means, everybody jump in here and say, and the funny part is, because you and I both, we do it all. We got the inshore, we're going on the boat. All those pieces are going to come in here. But the nice thing with this too, and we will get this up on the page so you all can see it. This is definitely a good one for you to all to follow on. It really explains a little of these pieces: slow and light action, medium action.
And for the surf, like you see, I think it's that medium action one there in the center. If we're dead sticking baits and stuff for like redfish or stuff like that, or even sharks, man, I think that's what we're looking for. Most of folks go medium, fast action.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a medium heavy, but I prefer, I like the medium heavy, go with a power. But absolutely, a fast tip is nice. I think almost all my rods are that. A couple, one of them might not be, but that speed with this too is also going to be talking about your bite detection. And you all know from the surf side, bite detection is key. You got that cat on there just doing the little wiggle, or you got that 18-inch pompano that is bending the rod like a moderate, making it just a happy joke. Important. It also has to do with your fight. So I'm right there with you on that one. And then for inshore, I mean, moderate but slow doesn't hurt my feelings. But I gotta say, the lights and the ultra lights, when you're whipping those jigs around and just doing the pullbacks, oh man, I love that. Not exactly ideal, but still nice. All right, I'm shopping my screen here.
There you go. That's a good point, Brian. Brian says, Mr. Brian Rose says, East Coast rods and Gulf Coast rods, because it's really going to depend on where you're fishing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rods on the Gulf Coast, and that's a preference. Yeah, I mean, well, hell, when we fished the East Coast, didn't make huge difference for us. But those guys were fishing. We noticed like Chips running conventionals. Almost everyone we know is running conventional reels over there. But they have their rods are a different build.
Yeah, absolutely. So interesting. So anyway, that's it. If you guys got something as we go through the show, by all means, put it up here because we'd like to hear it. And that's a question that keeps popping up. One is what the rod, the reels, hey, this is what I have. This is what I want to pair it with. And then second is, hey, what kind of rod should I get with getting this? This is the type of fishing. It really comes down to what it is you want to fish for.
That's one of the pieces too that we did that rod demo. It was kind of a big deal for that one. For those of you who didn't really know what kind you like, that's really hard to do in a tackle shop because you don't get a good sight of things. And granted, you can see in a lot of the YouTube videos too from all of our friends. What's up? You're holding it up. Oh, I thought.
No, sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I thought you were. Thought you were about to do this.
No.
So, like these rod ones, I know it's cheesy to say it, but if you're watching YouTube and some of these ones, you can message the YouTubers and ask them about their rods. Like Salty, I know he is running TFOs, and their tips and rods are really impressive. Mike stuff, he's running the Anglers an over bar series. Great rods. Really interesting on how they bend. So ask the questions because that's a really big definition of how they look.
By all means. And that's what we're here. I mean, we need to do a spring summer demo. Yeah, I agree.
I'm down.
Tom, we need to get another demo going for that. Another rod demo. Maybe we'll do one in the fall though. Spring and fall.
Summer's hot. I mean, us people that are somewhat extra fluffy, we don't like summer.
No. No. So let's jump into start talking to our captains.
Cool.
We got Captain Brandon Hilliard with Got the Hookup Charters on with this week. Captain Bill Lipscomb is back with us, and Jordan Gooding of G2 Coastal out there in the Alabama Perdido Gulf Shores area. So let me get our banners ready here so we can properly show these guys. There we go. Captain Brandon, welcome to the show, buddy.
How you doing? How you doing?
Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Glad to have you back on the show.
Say it again.
I said, been a while. Great to have you back on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I think last time we talked, it was trigger season was getting ready to kick off, and you were talking about your jigs. That was a little tip that you gave us that you use to get out there, and that sparked a lot of conversation with a lot of folks.
The jigging for trigger
and
fish.
Offshore.
Yeah, like I say, every time I tell somebody that, they're like, "You do what?" Yeah, I jig for triggerfish. That's what I personally prefer. But
yeah. So what's it been like out there?
So I can't complain.
There you go. What's the bite been like out there?
Last time I was out was probably about a week ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started off kind of rough, but we ended up getting a 5-man limited trigger on my first trip. And in the evening trip, I had 4 people, but we only got a limit of 2 triggers: the 14 3/4 and the 14 9/10. You know, it was like, oh my gosh. So yeah,
just right there at the limit.
Right there. And it's almost like I don't even want to risk it. Just throw it over. We'll go find another one.
There you go. That is awesome. Snapper bite's been pretty good out here too, even though they're not in season right now.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's almost always, you know,
every time
the ever so extinct red snapper.
Right. Yeah, the one we've been in the bay quite a bit, and they're starting to invade in there as well. And it's kind of hard to believe that we have such an issue with red snapper right now.
Yeah, because they're so overfished, as they say.
Yeah, it's gonna go away the dodo, man. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, man, those and the trigger, you know, just they're extinct.
And it's all the fault of us regular anglers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I don't want to go down this path again. No, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna get mad, and I don't want to get mad. I want to be happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
let's not do that. Let's not do that.
What else? Anything new on AJs or anything like that hitting up?
No, I haven't really ran into any AJs. Everything that I've been catching is snapper, trigger.
Nice.
Caught a couple gags, a king, but other than that, it's just been snapper and trigger for me.
Kings and Spanish. So, do you do much trolling for kings in Spanish, or do you just kind of do mostly?
I go out trolling. It's normally for mahi.
Okay.
Mahi and tuna. But I mean the setups I use, you know, you might get a king every now and then. Of course, you'll get a king, you'll get a wahoo. So I mean, but other than that, I really stay with the bottom fishing.
Yeah.
I will troll. I mean, I have no problem trolling. I mean,
trolling burns up gas though.
Yeah, there's money in that.
Yeah. That's a little more of a more expensive trip, I would think.
Yeah, you can definitely say that, but I've got the setups and everything. I actually like trolling. I mean, it's just the fact of the excitement of, you know, you just sitting there talking with your clients 1 minute, and then next thing you know, zzz, and they're like, "Oh my God, what to do? What to do?"
Yeah.
Look at it. It's okay. Just look at
it. Yeah, we're all just gonna stare at it for a little bit.
Yeah, we're all gonna figure out, and then all of a sudden you're gonna fight over who's gonna go get it.
Right. The crazy thing is, I would think that they would fight over it, but it's more like they fight over who doesn't want it. They're like, no, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. And the whole time I'm just like, somebody, anybody?
Well, if y'all don't do it, I'm gonna do it, and then you're paying me to fish.
Bill just asked anything on cobias.
I have not caught a cobia this year. Seen a few pictures of people, you know, with some decent sized cobia or whatnot, but me personally, I haven't hit it. I take that back. In February, I did catch a cobia, but it was off the bottom. Yeah, completely caught me off. Yeah, completely caught me on surprise.
Man, that's got, you know, I've heard of folks catching them off wrecks and stuff. So most people around here, excuse me, That hit a little different right there.
Wow.
There we go. Most people troll or run the beaches sight fishing, looking for the cod and cobia and stuff. Not many people around here, at least that I'm aware of, are going out targeting them off the wrecks and the reefs and things like that.
No, I don't really know too many people that'll go target them off the wrecks and the reefs. Like I say, mainly they're sight fishing for them.
Right.
But like I said, you do get that little treasure or unicorn every now and then, when you're reeling up and they're like, oh my God, it's huge, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, more than likely a snapper. We'll see how big it is. And next thing you know, it just starts running from the reel. And I'm like, that's not a snapper. And they're fighting and fighting. It's coming up. And I was like, oh, a cobia. Are these good to eat? Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, you want to throw him back. They're not good at all.
I'm gonna take him home and I'm gonna cut him up and I'm gonna use him for bait tomorrow. Don't worry about that. But February is about the only cobia I caught. Like I said, it was off the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't too far out, maybe like 6-7 miles.
Gotcha.
Still in state water.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, with our rod question, what kind of rods do you look for when you're going to purchase a new setup?
All my rods, honestly, are jigging rods.
Are they really?
Medium, heavy, fast action. I got 4 Fathom 2 speeds, 4 Slammer 3s. All of them have jigging rods, the conventional jigging rods and the spinning jigging rods.
Not
I remember you talking about that last time. Some reason I remember you mentioning that you like taking people out on the jig piece. Like, all right, come on.
Yeah, literally all my rods are jigging rods.
Yeah.
They're actually the Penn Rampage jigging rods.
Mm-hmm.
They're on all my setups. Like I said, my Fathoms, my conventionals, my spinners, everything is jigging rods.
Good stuff.
Except for my flatlines, I got those star rods. The 7-foot star rods, the live bait rods. So yeah, I love those. Those things have so much bend in them, it's ridiculous.
Don't they? Yeah, I've only messed around with them in the store and stuff, but I've never fished with a star rod.
Some of the biggest snapper I've caught have been caught on the star rods. Just pitching a live bait out, or what was this? About 2 weeks ago, when I went out for the trigger trip, just threw a dead cigar minnow out there, left the bail open for probably like 2-3 minutes and closed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing that thing started screaming. It was like the rod tip was in the water.
Oh wow!
Oh
yeah, like soon as the lady was like, "Oh, what should I do? What should I do?" And I was like,
"Hold on."
I was like, "Pick it up, it's a snapper. Just hold on, please hold on."
Yeah, do not let go.
Yeah, do not drop my net. No, please don't drop that rod. Man, it was like a 23-inch red snapper or whatever. Came up from the bottom, smacked the dead cigar minnow, and took off. Wow. Like I said, they have so much bend in action. It's crazy. From snapper to kings, mahi. I've caught everything on those star rods.
Nice.
Good deal, man.
I have to look into a couple of those for my setups.
Wouldn't hurt you. Not for the boat.
I know, right?
Yeah, man, they're pretty decent price. I think the rod was only about $80-$90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not stupid expensive at all.
No, it's the other piece that gets you every single time.
The reel.
Yeah. That's the one that hurts.
Yeah, but that's the one. Well, I guess both of them you want to put money into. But if I was going to put more money into one than the other, I think I would put more money in my reels than I would the rod.
Oh, definitely. Most of the rods have warranties anyway. So the minute they break, I just show back up like.
Show back up to the store. I don't know what happened.
It's always that one, or it's the story. See, what had happened was, and you're like, oh,
right,
it's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely,
good stuff.
So, you're not running charters right now, are you?
No,
you're
not for another 2 weeks.
So you're in between. He's laughing. He's like, "What are you doing? Why are we waiting 2 weeks?"
Oh, there it is. I was waiting for it.
Wait for good weather. Good weather and good water.
Good weather.
Good weather.
All right.
Now just I already put it out there, on Instagram and everything. But I just gotta 2022 Cape Horn 31T. So I'm waiting for that to get outfitted and
outstanding.
The electronics, radar, trolling motor, all that stuff. So right now I'm just
there you go.
I just go outside and look at my pool at times and like, yep, that's water.
Yeah, but you're upgrading, and that's good. And that means that means business is good. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I fell in love with it the minute I jumped on it. So
yeah,
definitely an upgrade.
So that's awesome. So if you guys listening, coming down to the area stuff, you want to get out on the offshore bite, definitely hook up with Captain Brandon Hilliard at Got the Hookup Charters. He's going to have a nice, comfortable ride for you to get out there, be able to spend a lot of time on the water fishing. He's definitely going to be able to put you on fish. If you haven't followed him on social media, you definitely need to. And you may even get to drive the boat. I don't know if he's going to do that with the new one or not.
Yeah, I don't know the new one yet. We're going to have to wait a minute.
I know the old boat, he used to post all the time that he never drives the boat and always lets his clients
on
jump
the way back in, it's literally like, hey, you ever drove a boat?
Yeah.
No? You want to?
Today's your day. Right on this course.
Feedback chilling, and they're I mean, it's crazy because they get so excited and they're just like, oh my God, I'm driving. Mom, take a picture of me, or honey, take a picture of me. And I'm just like,
and you know, one thing
we got another 17 miles to go. You'll be all right.
Yeah. And one thing I did notice is you do let the kids drive, and I'm sure that just makes their day.
Oh,
when
it does.
When they're coming in and just
it does. It's normally they ask, like, can I sit next to you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, we go out fishing, you know, they're tired, worn out, and they're just sitting there on the way back, like, I just look at her like, hey, you want to drive? I'm only like 15.
Yes, you are.
You'll be all right. I'm right here next to you. Trust me. I stand up next to them, and while they're cruising, you know, I'll explain everything on the charts and the screen, you know, what to do, what this is, what that is. And they have a ball with it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's probably why you have so many repeat customers coming back to you as well. Just a great time. They have a great time when they're out there and just enjoy being out on the water with you.
Oh yeah, I try to make every trip memorable and an experience, you know, especially with kids. I love taking kids out, and I mean, it's a little more work for me because sometimes when they're reeling, they can't reel and hold the rod at the same time. So I'm holding the rod and they're reeling, and I'm like, it's kind of heavy. I see what you're talking about, man.
Yeah. And the other good thing is,
one kid had hooked onto an amberjack. I think he was like 10. Hooked onto a keeper AJ, and that was a ride for both of us because I'm like, he's like, I'm trying to reel, and I'm like, and I'm trying to hold it.
So we got a question. Are you on social media? Are you on is it under your name or your charter? Which one does it go under?
It's under my charter. Well, on Facebook, it's Captain Brandon Hilliard. Under my charter, it is Got the Hookup _charters on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's different for each. So Captain Brandon Hilliard on Facebook and Got the Hookup Charters on Instagram is where you can find him.
Right. Yep. Got the Hookup _charters on Instagram. Awesome.
Well, man, we appreciate you bringing on with us tonight. I know you got family in town, so we're not going to keep you. We appreciate you coming on and giving us the offshore report, and we can't wait to have you back on here next time.
Oh, definitely. I'll be waiting to give you a report on what this new ride is like.
There you go. Hopefully I get to go on it. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh man, it's always fun to talk to him. It's good to see him, and it's even better that he's getting the business booming. That he can get the new boat. He's just gonna continue to rock it.
Yep.
All right. So now that we've gone into the offshore, let's get into the inshore side. Tonight we are talking with Captain Bill Lipscomb of E6 Inshore Fishing Adventures. Good evening to you, sir.
What's happening, boys?
What's up, Captain Bill?
Whoa. Hold on.
What?
I have.
What happened?
I don't know. My MediaCom, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My whole screen went bloop.
All you had to say. That was it.
I'm like, we got you. You're good. We can hear you. We can see you.
Oh, all right.
I'm sure you've seen my pictures.
A few.
I've had. Yeah. Well, when they catch 16 redfish in a day, actually in a 4-hour trip, And I mean, literally, it was 4 hours.
I thought for sure you'd have been just like, I'm done. I'm good. I'm tired. I've had enough. That was a
They
hell
were
of a
they were having a contest. It was awesome.
Oh, all right.
Father and son going back and forth, talking smack. It was fun. I just liked watching it.
What were they hitting?
Live shrimp under a cork in 2 feet of water. 6-pounders in 2 feet of water. I watched a 6-pounder come up from behind a cork and eat. It was awesome.
Here's what Captain Bill was talking about. Here's one of the reports here. I mean, that's a nice size. Hey, I know where that shed's at.
Not that any of us ever do that.
I mean, no, not that anybody stalks pictures.
Hey,
but
I don't care.
There's so much fish. It doesn't matter.
There is.
There's a double.
The pinfish and the trout. Nice.
They wanted a picture of it, so I was like, all right.
Look at those
That's
spots.
a pretty red
That was a
right
pretty
there.
one. Actually caught one without spots.
Whoa.
Those ones
that's a
always
monster.
freak me out, and they're so rare. But when you pull it in, you're like, wait, what is it? What? It looks
He was like 19 inches, but we let him go.
Yeah.
They weren't keeping anything. None of those fish made it to the box.
Wow. Just wanted to get out and go have some fun, huh?
And that was from today.
Look at that. I mean, that's what, all of us that do this and take folks out fishing, I think taking kids is the best. Getting them out there, getting them on, just the smiles. That's a nice trout right there.
Yeah. Me and her teamed up. We were slaying them. It was awesome.
Oh, did you?
I'd throw it out there, and then I'd set the rod down. I'm like, all right, when this rod starts bending, we're gonna catch one. She's like, okay.
This is a two-parter. This is
Yeah.
This is the same trip.
Had so many pictures. I had to do it in 2 parts.
And they're mowing down the shrimp. Look at those blue tails.
Yeah. That one was cool. Look at his tail. Look at those spots.
That is it.
Yeah.
I have another picture, I think, of him. There it is. Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
I've never seen that. I thought it was cool.
I think the spot
Spotless.
something.
That's one side. And I have
that's the other.
another
Yeah,
picture
look
of
at
the other
that.
side.
It's a big whiting.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, that's a giant whiting.
Nope.
That is awesome.
There it went.
Another
Man,
nice
you were
trout.
getting off. You were getting on it, man. Trout, reds.
Yeah. The bite was awesome. Now, the water temperature on Thursday was 70 degrees. Water temperature today was like 64.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That rain.
That's
Really
huge.
And I was like, are you kidding me? It went drop that much?
Mm-hmm.
And then by this afternoon, I thought it's going to be back up to like high 60s. I checked it when I got back to the boat ramp. It was actually 66.
Wow, real slow bowler.
And I'm like, man, we got to get this water temperature right. Because when the water temperature is right at 70, 72, these fish will just keep chewing. Anything lower than that, they're going to look at your bait and go, I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm just not supposed to be eating right now.
Yeah.
And this, we're going to deal with this neap tide and a full moon, and they're going to be gorging at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about maybe making a night trip just to see.
It wouldn't hurt. I mean, I don't know. I always feel like the full.
But the problem is with a night trip, we haven't had decent weather to run a night trip because it's been windy, capital letter windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bay.
Except for Thursday. Thursday was nice.
Well, I drove across the bridge at the causeway the other day, and I just, one side as usual, the leeward side's all fine. The side getting it's just looking like a giant water rapids just slamming into the seawall. It's like, nope, today is not the day.
Yeah. I will give you a piece of advice. If you plan on ever going to Joe's Bayou and launch your boat, it's $20.
What?
$20.
I guess not.
Okay, now we got to explain where Joe's Bayou is.
It's in Destin.
Oh, okay.
That's up by the MWR, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. $20. I was like, wow, because I was thinking it was going to be 10.
That's the one by the Circle K. You turn by the Circle K and go back in there.
Yeah.
$20 now.
$20 now. I was amazed. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's destined prices.
That's true.
I mean, it's an all right launch. Don't get me wrong, but man, $20. Nobody around here charges that.
Can you launch from the MWR?
Yeah. I didn't know they had a launch there.
I'm gonna have to double check. I feel like there was, but it might.
I just show them my blue ID card and roll right in there. But,
Well, yeah, I mean, there is that. But
Huh.
I can't remember. I feel like they have a
That's
launch
what
down by the marina.
that's what I kept telling my customers on Thursday. We pulled up to Eglin Flat, and I went trolling motored right on in there. We got back to where the water was about 2 feet, and the guy was like, "Did you see them buoys?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw them." I got an ID card.
I have a card that says
Yeah.
I can play here.
And I said all they can do is kick us out.
Yeah.
So we'll catch some fish, and if they kick us out, okay. If they don't, we'll keep catching fish. It's all good.
There you go. That flat usually seems to produce some nice fish.
Well, it's fickle because some days it's really good, some days it's not so good.
Mhm.
The last time I fished it, we didn't catch anything. Saw 2, but they wouldn't eat.
Yeah.
And but they were on fire the other day. I'm like, oh man. But then we went to the Coast Guard jetties, and we've seen a bunch, but they wouldn't eat. They were big. I mean, 30+ inches, cruising, 2s, 3s, 4s together, and they wouldn't eat. I was like, man, if we could just hook up one of these, it'd be great.
We had pretty good luck on Spanish around the Coast Guard jetties.
That was gonna be.
I lost my only unfair lure to a Spanish.
Did you?
Thursday afternoon.
Rude.
Well, you're gonna have to get some GI jigs and
Yeah,
throw them.
I know. I wish I knew a guy.
I mean, if only you knew a guy.
You knew somebody that.
Yeah,
Weird.
But
There you go.
it's been hit or miss. When we have warmer water temperatures, they've been biting. Now, last week, I think it was last week, when we had all that west wind. Oh yeah, I took some guys out on that day, and that morning we caught pretty decent. But then by 9 o'clock, they were done eating. They were like, nope, not happening.
Interesting.
But we caught a bunch of them on the north side here in the Sound, trying to duck out of the wind. I don't mind the north wind. I don't mind the south wind, but I hate a west wind, and anything coming east is a pain in the tuchus.
We got caught Monday. We went down and fished some canals down there, and we're having fun. It was nice in the canal. As soon as we came out, the wind had come up while we were back in there, and it was a rough ride back to Woodlawn.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the canals are they've been busy. Let's just say that there's been a lot of people in the canals, and I don't think there's too many big fish left in the canals.
No, we were having fun. We were catching little dinkers.
They're all moving out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good nursery, to be honest.
Yeah,
but right now they're all moving out.
Yeah,
and looking off structure and whatnot. I know one of the captains caught a snapper down east of Navarre.
Interesting.
And yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was a keeper, but it was definitely a snapper. So, which is kind of different.
Yeah, for being up in this area. Okay, so let's talk fishing rods.
Okay,
what kind of fishing rod do you look for when you're purchasing new rods?
Well, I want a 7-foot or 7.2 one-piece rod.
What's he doing? Sorry.
Medium to medium heavy.
Okay.
And the medium heavies are basically for your bigger redfish. So you can, and especially tournament fishing,
right?
You don't want to play these fish too long, because then you stress them out. Then they end up dying in a live well, which could cost you money. So,
penalty, yeah.
So I like a medium to a medium heavy, and try to get them in as fast as I can. Especially with 20. Everything I got is like 10 to 20 pound braid. I don't throw anything heavier. I don't throw anything less.
Okay.
So it's a good deal, man.
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot try not to spend a whole lot of money on rods because they break.
Yeah.
And they break a lot. I had one break today.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't break, but the eye came out, which is a typical thing for one of these local bait shops.
Mm-hmm.
They make a good rod, but their eyes suck.
Hmm.
And I've told them that several times because I probably take 4 or 5 rods over there at a time. And go here,
yeah,
you do this. But
Jason, as a kayak launch. Sorry, didn't mean to jump on you.
Oh wow.
That whole the simple fact that they're charging that much, I'm sorry, it dumbfounds me. Absolutely dumbfounds me.
Exactly. You know, I know for a while, Liza Jackson was charging $5, and I raised a big stink about that because at the time I was still working at the city, and I'm like, why are we paying for a launch fee?
Yeah.
I said, you guys aren't doing anything to the dock. All that money you're raising is going, I don't know where. Take the launch fee off.
Yeah.
And I ended up talking to the director there. And he kind of agreed with me, so they did away with it. I mean, not that they may not or may not bring it back. Cinco Bayou is the same way. They used to charge for people to launch there, and I mean you can't launch but maybe 15 boats there anyway because they don't have enough parking.
Yeah,
but you know, it's a nice launch. It's deep, and it's kind of protected somewhat.
Yep.
So, and you can get in and get out pretty easy. It's just there's not a lot of parking there.
I mean, if you're going to charge money, I think that's where my aggravation lies. If you're charging money, it better be a damn good launch.
Yeah.
If I'm paying for something on this one, look, okay, I get it. You got to make money. I buy that 100%. Everyone's got to make money. But if you're going to charge a heavy premium, the dock better be pristine. The friggin' cleats better be chrome. And the bumpers all better be set up to be perfectly done so it's not going to nick, dent, or do anything to the boat. If you're going to charge high dollar, you better provide something high dollar.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Maybe that's just the ass in me. It bothers me.
No, it's the human in you because it's not.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way. I mean, the boat ramp was built. All these boat ramps were built for people to have access to the water, and somebody along the way went, "Hey, we could probably make some money if we just started charging people."
Exactly. Yeah. Oh well, sorry.
And it gets expensive. So talking inshore fishing, and a lot of us are, recreational anglers, whatever. You go in and put over, like shoreline, for instance. That's like a $10 launch fee.
Yes,
but you can pay $70 for a year pass.
Right.
So if you're going to fish there often enough, it's better to get the year pass.
Right.
Over in Bayou Tahar, they actually have, I don't think you can get the year pass for there, but they have an electronic deal that's like solar powered, which is pretty cool, where it's you can pay through your phone, which makes it really nice. Because, I mean, let's be honest, not a lot of folks carry cash. It's either card or
right.
Apple Pay or Tap Pay or whatever. So being able to have that flexibility to pay right there at the little machine or do it from your phone in the app, then you're good. I mean, I think that's awesome. I'd be willing to pay $5-10 for a fee like that supports a nice pristine launch with something that's user friendly.
Here's my problem with if you're paying for it.
Yeah.
And if the ramp is not taken care of, right, then you end up having some kind of damage. They don't care.
Yeah.
You try to fight them, you're going to lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've also had people, pay to launch their boat, come back and their vehicle's been broken into, or their license plates were taken or something, and what am I paying for?
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, I've gotten a ticket launching there by the bridge, 3 Mile. It's the ramp before you go back to Tahar.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
17th Street ramp. I've got a ticket there, but I didn't know you had to pay. It was like a $35 fine.
That's a pay ramp?
Yeah.
I've never paid.
Yeah, I didn't think. I mean, I just came back. We were out there fishing in a tournament years ago, and I come out and I had a ticket on my truck. And I'm like, "What's this for?" I thought it was some kind of advertisement or something. I'm looking. I'm like, "Wait a minute, that's a ticket."
Did somebody bump into my car? I'm sorry, I bumped into you. Here's a note.
Yeah, no, it was a ticket. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, the bite's been picking up as long as the water temperatures come and stays up. If it stays up, we're good. It seems like every time it drops 1 or 2 degrees, those fish get lockjaw.
Yeah.
The trout doesn't really seem to matter to them, but you have them from daylight until about 7:30 in the morning, and then trout just kind of quit.
Interesting.
And then you know the redfish are kind of the same way. You're gonna get them in the morning if you're gonna get them, and then you're on the struggle bus the rest of the day. And then if we have a tide coming in and they're getting back, toward the bank, you might be able to catch a few.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, everything along the Panhandle is heating up, so this is awesome.
Yes,
I mean, trout's biting. You showed the redfish are biting. That's awesome. And then we got Jordan coming up. He's going to talk about the Pompano run, I'm sure, and how active they are. I mean, this is the best time. Like I said, April and October are my 2 favorite months here in the Panhandle for fishing.
By the way, Brian, I like your video on bleeding a Pompano.
Thanks, man.
I've never even thought of that.
Well, there'll be some more stuff coming with that. I'm actually working with EKG Federation right now. We might have some stuff, hopefully for a giveaway. It's one of the ones I wasn't going to talk too much about it, but when I go out on the boat with you, I'll bring the stuff and I'll show you all I got. We can do it up. I'm sold. I mean, I fished with Mike a few times, and Justin and Jeremiah, and I'll admit I was the guy that was like, "You want to brain spike it? Yeah. Okay, cool." And
that's the Marine in you kicking in.
Yeah. Something about stabbing things. I don't know what it is.
But death and dying and all that. Yeah, got it.
Oh man, it's been really cool though. It's after talking to her about it and understanding it a little more, I feel really good about it for one. But the idea that it's an instant kill and they're not sitting there slowly dying, it's like, look, if I'm going to die, please just make it quick. If not, I'm going to talk crap the entire time until you kill me. Please do it.
Well, it's kind of hard to talk when you're surrounded by ice, but
that's true.
It's true.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's done good on the food flavor, but yeah, we'll talk about it another time, man. But
all right, man.
I've been enjoying it.
Well, Captain Bill, appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining us tonight. We can't wait to get you back on. E6 Fishing Adventures, or IFA is how they find you.
E6IFA.net. Or you can get me on Facebook as well.
There you go. Awesome catches this week. Name. Awesome catches, man. Good luck next week, and we'll get you back on.
All right,
soon.
man.
See you, Bill.
Y'all take care.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
It always happens with us with Bill too. We have a tendency to go long with Bill. I don't know.
Yeah, we like talking with Bill. I mean,
Bill has a tendency to get us.
But we also like talking to this next guy who has been crushing it in the surf lately.
Yes, he has.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Jordan Gooding of G2 Coastal. Welcome, buddy.
What's up, guys?
Oh man!
Thank you for being so patient. But it sucks being the surf pier guy because you're there the longest back there in the waiting room. Going, God, can you guys just shut up and get me on the show already?
You.
It's like, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I mean, I'm learning stuff. I mean, it's not a waste of time. I mean,
there you go.
Soaking up that knowledge. So,
yeah. So what's the surf bite been like?
Well, if we could get some weather to cooperate for more than just a couple days, it would be on fire. You guys know over there, Navarre, Pensacola, you just get out there and fish and you're going to catch a pompano right now. I mean, literally just put some time out there. You're going to catch a pompano. Over here in Alabama, the numbers are slowly starting to increase. I have pretty good confidence when I go out right now that I'm going to find some pompano. May not happen every time, but it's happening over here. So
yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, these guys booked twice with you this week. Like they had such a good time. They came back.
Yeah. They went out with me on Monday and then the weather went to absolute crap. So I canceled all my trips midweek just because I would be stealing people's money at that point. If I don't fish, I'm not going to take you out and take your money. So, but yeah, they got a hold of me yesterday and said, let's do it again. And we got out there and found a few pompano. That real strong east wind picked up, though, shortly after we got out there, and it literally just shut the bite completely off. I mean, couldn't even catch a hard head at that point. But
yeah, well, there's a couple hard heads right there.
yeah,
That's
I
good.
told them, hey, just keep a couple hard heads, try them, tell me what you think. They loved them. They thought hard head tasted absolutely fine.
Yeah, there's ask Brian. There's nothing wrong with
There's
them.
nothing wrong with the thing.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with eating a hard head. I mean,
Well, one was
they're
this.
good.
Those are some studs right there.
That picture might be a little deceiving.
Oh, it's held close to the camera. Is that what you're saying? that's a bass photo right there, man.
They were good pompano, but that picture that wasn't planned. They just happened to look huge in that picture.
Huge.
That's awesome.
And for those of you that are in Alabama right now watching, thank you. We're sorry you're not seeing this more. Unfortunately, it hasn't been able to go into the Alabama groups. If you want to talk to the moderator about it, but we're sorry we haven't been able to bring you the show like that. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
There you go. So we actually got a question for you. Can you ask Jordan to explain the Pompano migration?
Dude, that's like science stuff. That's over my head. No,
that's like sorcery and witchcraft, man. We can't do that.
Water temperature is king. I mean, they follow the water temperature. They start off down there in southern Florida, and they work their way up the East Coast. They work their way up in the Gulf. Then they get to that Navarre, Pensacola area, and then they just hang out for a month. And I cry for a month watching all you guys catch pompano. And then they finally come over here. Then we get to have some of the fun.
It's like the leftover scraps. You're like, really? This is how it's going to be? Well, here's the funny thing, though. When they do get to you, and I will say this, y'all catch some big ones.
Yes.
So they will park here. Sure, I'll buy that, and they'll eat up a little bit. But it's more often than not, your limit of 3, they're not like we're getting with a limit of 6s at 11s or 12s, maybe 13s. You guys are catching 15s, 16s, getting the ones with the shoulders on them.
Well, you catch all the young dumb ones, and the smart ones get over here.
Fair, actually.
Yeah.
We do. We get some pretty good sized pompano over here, and I think next week, I think some big pompano will be caught. I really do.
What do you? What's your plan going out? You going out live? You going shrimp, fish gum, fish bites? What's your plan?
I've been using just a little bit of everything right now: sand fleas, fresh dead shrimp, salted shrimp, fish gum, fish bites. Just been throwing a little bit of everything right now.
Yeah.
Too rough to find go shrimp. So.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah.
Your water has been. That's the one thing I feel the worst for you guys right now is your water has not been clean.
No, and your dirty water is our clean water. Like we never have that crystal clear water over here. So when you guys say that's dirty, I'm like, oh yeah, that's real dirty water. Ours turns to like chocolate milk over here. I mean, it's zero visibility, and that's what we've been dealing with constantly for the past 3 weeks. We'll get a couple days where the surf kind of lays down, the water will clear up. Then we just keep getting these midweek storms, and then just boom, back to mud. So
no. That's what Paul said when he came over. He's like, you guys are calling this dirty. This is like a 9 out of 10 day for us.
Exactly.
We're like, no, this is dirty. This is dirty for us.
It's all relative, and that's the funniest part of it, But I think we can all agree, you get the chocolate milk, and it's instantaneous, zombie fish time, and it's going to be crap fishing. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to wade through some hard heads and hope you find a pompano. I mean, that's all you really can do when it's muddy. So,
and then blue runners are coming too, so you have to wade through all the hardtails to get to the pompano, and it's just,
Hey, I'll keep
I don't mind blue runners. They taste pretty good fried up, man.
That's what I was going to say. I'll keep a few and eat them.
I find it funny how many people will tell us, oh, this is a trash fish. And so, you ever eaten it? Yeah, and it's kind of like, oh, that's what I've heard. I'm like, okay, go eat it.
Yeah,
Justin sold me on that now. So I haven't found a fish that's like this year. I hate to admit, I will try a ladyfish.
I'm gonna eat a ladyfish, and I'm gonna eat a remora.
Now the remora, I'm with you on. The ladyfish, no, because I've tried. The ladyfish is mush. It
It's
is not good.
but I'm gonna make cakes out of it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
patty that up. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
EKG me it, and I'm just gonna do everything I've learned for it. I'm gonna try to
Ugh.
kill that whole internal so it doesn't get even worse. I'm gonna find a way, man. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean, that's what this ocean provides. We got food. Let's try it. What's the worst thing that happens? But I think it might be good. I mean, who knows, man? We might find a way to make it just fine.
The ladyfish isn't bad. It's just mushy. So like Jordan said, if you're going to make cakes out of it, it's not bad, with some onion, flour, milk, whatever you want to put in there, some binder. It's not bad, but I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to keep them. Like if I'm going to try it just to try it, that's one thing, but
no. Well, Jacob just said lots of bones in them with ladyfish, which I would not have expected. So, okay.
There's a ton, and they're very fine. They're like.
I saw something where you can scrape them with a spoon or something, and you avoid those bones. So.
Yep, because they're right there along the skin.
Jeremiah just put in, I remember when this happened to him. Blue Runner, he tried it, grilled, gave it to the dog. Fried's maybe the way.
Dude, I'm convinced you can fry anything and it tastes good. If you can fry Oreos and Twinkies and look, Brian just got hungry all of a sudden. What?
You're talking my love language, man.
I mean, fried is the way to go with just about anything.
Absolutely.
Good. So Jordan, what are your thoughts on that recent cobia catch from the surf?
I'm jealous. I mean,
we all are, man.
I don't catch anything cool. Like I could spend a month straight and never leave the beach, and I'm gonna catch catfish, whiting, and pompano. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, Jack was hooked up on a cobia yesterday. Oh man,
Jack being my son, we fished yesterday, and he
real started screaming, and it was not a little gentle. It was a full on. I am taking your line, and it's mine.
Yeah, and then it broke. Then it just snapped.
Yeah,
and it was on a size 4 hook, so extremely small. And it just pulled the hook right off the rig, custom setup. And he was like, was it Jack that said it? That was the cobia. And then Brian and I just looked at each other like, don't even utter those words.
Yeah.
Had that been a cobia, that would have been.
Or Justin, and it was like instant sadness. Just came like, no.
Well, it was sadness as soon as the rig broke, and Jack was just like,
oh yeah.
I mean, it was because you know how it is, and it's the worst feeling in surf. Well, hell, anywhere really. For me, the surf side, I feel like it's worse because the line's been running, and you're like, okay, you're gonna get tired, and you start the reel like, yeah, and it just comes back and like.
I had that happen to a kid this morning. I'm not kidding. That pompano was 3 foot from the beach, and I watched it pop off, and it broke the kid's heart. But I was like, it happens, man.
The shore monster.
Yeah.
Every time, man.
I tell you, I have, and then I don't know if this has happened with your client today, but I've had folks that are reeling in fish, and we've lost some nice pompano the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they see it in the surf, like as the waves cresting and they see that silver side, they just stop reeling. They're like, oh, did you see that? And I'm like, that's real. And it gives it just that little bit of slack that it spits the hook. And I'm like, there went the fish.
And this is all a pompano needs, and they're off.
Exactly.
And it's so strange. I mean, because when you get them in your hand and you try to pull that hook out, it's like, come on, get out. But those damn things, it's like, hold my beer. I got it. They scoop and go, man. It's unbelievable.
They are good at getting off right there.
They really are. What else you been seeing in the surf? I mean, I got a little bit of thing from. I did see Saltwater Yankees. They nailed in on some jigs yesterday. They were getting some blues and some pomps on.
Have you guys seen Spanish show up yet over there?
That's where I was going.
They have got a few off the pier. I mean, not any amount, but I mean a couple a day here and there, but nothing much.
We're starting like Brian was saying. Folks are starting to get them on the jigs from the surf. If you guys haven't ordered these yet, the GI jigs, you definitely want to get a couple of these for the Spanish coming in from the surf. But yeah, we're starting to get a couple, but not heavy from the surf yet.
Yeah, and that's actually a fish I love to catch in the surf. I love catching Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And they fight like little torpedoes, man. I love them.
What's your
Spanish
normal?
and bluefish are my favorite from the
I
surf.
love blues. I wish we were hooked up on one by now. What's been your go-to for lures on Spanish?
Diamond jigs, regular spoons, just something bright and flashy.
And you're burning them in, just high speeds.
Well, he's about to have some GI jigs.
Yeah.
So,
Congratulations.
We'll talk afterwards, Brian, on how you can get them to him.
Okay.
If you guys are going to meet up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rod question. What rod do you use?
I don't use steelhead rods. I use carp rods.
Carp rods.
Oh,
I thought they were steelhead rods.
Yeah. No, I don't have any surf rods. I don't use surf rods. Now, I take that back. I have one, but I almost never use it. It's a medium heavy pin squadron. If I'm throwing cut bait and I need some rod with some ass behind it to actually throw the heavy stuff, I'll break that out. But carp rods are weird. They're not rated like medium, heavy. They're rated in pounds from like 2 pounds up to 5 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. It's them crazy Europeans. I mean,
yeah.
But my rods are 12-foot, 3.5 pound rods. And what that 3.5 pounds means, if you tie a 3.5 pound weight to the end of the rod, it bends it 90 degrees or something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
So my rods would probably be a medium, maybe pushing towards that medium light area right there. And I would say a moderate action somewhere around there. A croaker, a little 5-inch croaker can bounce the tip of them. So
I'm gonna say, from what you're talking about, it sounds like any fish you catch is a fun fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And when you hook into like a 40-inch red, dude, it's a blast. Like it is a blast. Now, as far as my whiting rods go, I use again freshwater ugly sticks. I think they're the GX2. They're 9 foot. I think they're medium action for freshwater, so like ultralight for surf.
Yeah.
And again, like the wind blows and they fold over. So I just like light gear. I like to fight fish.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It just to me, if I just don't want to crank everything on a winch. That's just not for me. So
yeah. I gotta say that the freshwater ugly sticks are significantly different than the ugly stick big water.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jacob says, love those GX ugly stick rods. Yeah, got a 9 foot too. Salty McCrory says, going for blues in Spanish with the fly this summer.
Oh, cool.
That is a lot of fun. So about starting in June, walking the beach early mornings with a fly rod is, load up on ladyfish. You'll get bluefish coming in, the Spanish coming in as well. I know Larry Grossman, who follows us as well as a big fly fisherman. That's the time to go walk the beach. Starting in June, just early mornings, nice and calm, and those fish are busting in close. A lot of fun on the fly rod.
I probably haven't fly fished in about 20 years, but it sounds like it's time to pick it back up. So
absolutely. Yes, Larry, I knew I'd get a comment from you.
Larry's I'm excited to watch Larry this summer. I haven't said it to him, but I have a feeling this summer he's going to put on a clinic wherever all of a sudden the fly market is going to quickly grow. But Jordan, I mean, you've done fly before and you know how to do it. So you're way ahead of the game, man.
I just got to talk the wife into letting me buy one. That's the key.
Yeah. Mike, how does that work? Because I don't even know.
What's that?
Convincing the wife to let you buy stuff like that.
Well, sometimes you don't have to tell them. You just kind of do it. And then we had this conversation the other day. I got a new reel and she asked me how much I spent on it. And I told her, I was like, this is how much. And she goes, honestly, I could walk out here. I never would know. And I keep watching the door to see if she jumps in behind me. But you have so many rods in reels. I wouldn't know if you got a new one or not. And I'm like, well, there you go. That's
I
haven't bought anything new.
I strategically leave old reels all over the garage so she doesn't know when a new one shows up.
There you go.
The downside of a fly rod and reel, that it would stick out like a sore thumb. It's like, wait a minute, what is that? That's not normal. That's not one of the normal things.
Yeah, that's not one of the
Yeah.
normal ones, but they're all
It's a
hidden
little
away.
different.
All the well, see, I told you somebody was.
Oh,
peeking
you
in.
called it.
I did. She's like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Wait, did you say something? My
Yeah.
spine kicked in. Did she bring the fart horn?
No, she didn't bring the fart gun. Anyway,
Sorry, guys. Oh man. All right, Jordan. So I know we'll talk later because we're planning on going out tomorrow. But anything big you want to throw out, or
I'm coming to Florida tomorrow. Other than that, that's about it.
Yep, cool. Well, I think we'll go to the same spot. So if you guys want to meet Jordan, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. You're gonna be stuck with it, but we'll probably be down at 33A access at Navarre Beach. Easy to find us. Just look for the flag.
Yeah, bring some paper. I'll sign autographs. I'll sign your babies. I mean,
I'm gonna come down after my charter. I should be done by about 11, so I'll be at 36A tomorrow. So
Oh, you'll be right down the street.
yeah, I'll be right down the street. So I'll shoot down and see you guys.
Nice. And Jordan, all right. So people want to find you, book a charter with you. Where do they go?
G2coastal.com, G2 Coastal on Facebook, G2 Coastal.
There you go.
Throw G2 Coastal on there, and you might find me, depending on what Google thinks of me. So,
Sounds good, buddy. Good seeing you. It really was.
all right,
Awesome,
man.
buddy. See you next
see you
time.
guys.
Later.
Yeah.
All right, David Bates said, "I'll see you in the morning." He's coming
Oh,
out.
good, man.
Or Dave, where are you going to be? You going to be at 36 or 33? I got to get there early if we're putting it out where we're going to be, because
Yeah.
that happened the other day, and it's Saturday, and everybody's going to be out there.
See, that's the one thing I do like about 33 and 36 is that the
Blaine, you got to be careful what you write on here, man. I'm going to put you out.
But you know, Mari pays attention to stuff, so she'll
Yeah.
find out real quick. But yeah, the one thing I do like about the smaller accesses are if you're there early, you're good. If you get there late, it's such limited parking that it's not a horrible thing, but you can't all get in. So
That's true.
yeah, hopefully, the only thing I'm not excited about in the morning going out there with Jordan is we know the fact that tonight is the full moon, which means they are going to be chewing tonight, which means we're really going to have to get it in the morning.
Yes, and I'll talk to you afterwards because I don't want to put it out.
Okay, let's not put it out there. So there you go. You guys
Right.
get to stay tuned for
Right. Sometimes you have to have secrets, and secrets are good sometimes. All right, let's jump into what we got going on.
You got the scroll today. I unfortunately did not save anything this week.
Oh,
I failed you.
I was saving some stuff because I wanted to get. Okay, anyway, let's jump in here. Slow day out there for Jason for Pompano fishing, but got his new PB 41-inch redfish. Look at that monster.
That thing was a huge fish, man.
Jason, that is awesome, man. That is look at that. I mean, look at that bend. I mean, that is a monster drum redfish, man. You killing it lately. And he used the hashtag Panhandle fishing report. That's what I'm pulling up. That's what I'm looking for when we go through here and bring up all these. This our buddy Jack. So this was it Saturday we saw him out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe all on Fish Gum. I'm telling you right now, Fish Gum is killing it.
Yep.
For this spring run. That's a 2-man limit. He had that in about 2 hours there last Saturday morning. Pompano are here. They're thick. Get out there. There's our buddy Saltwater Yankees. Frank out there just crushing it. Look at those palm. Look at that. I mean, he's just eating it raw. He doesn't care.
One of the fish we can eat raw too.
Look at that. That is a beautiful sight for surf fishermen.
And it's funny too because
look at those stickers right there. Look at that.
Hey,
Look at that.
we got stickers. We're on there.
We're on there. That's us.
It's good stuff. Frank
yeah.
was on a dry spell for a while there. He was definitely on the curse, but now he's doing good. So, hey, it's Mike happy.
Boom, look at this guy. There he is. That was last night. Yesterday we were out fishing.
And the worst part of last night was the rod bent. I was going after number 6, and I'm screaming, "Yay, number 6, number 6!" Sure enough, what happened? It got off.
Yeah, it got off. I felt like Alabama and you were Florida yesterday. I was catching, the fish just weren't making it to my line. I was fishing right next to you, and
it's because you were on my right. Yeah, because if you were on my left, you'd have been fine.
Exactly. I'd have been catching the fish.
If anybody is, I've always noticed this. Whoever is to my left always does better than me.
Yeah.
Always.
And these are look at that green get 'em rig right there. That's our buddy Cliff Gardner, makes those green get 'ems. Man, they're deadly.
They've been doing great. So between his rigs and Salty's rigs yesterday, it was I hate to say bloodbath, but it was really good.
Yeah.
So those rigs and the fish gum, 5 of 6, pomp candy. Oh, look at that.
That's our buddy Sean Lawless. He was on the show last week giving us the surf report, catching a nice big ugly there. This year has been phenomenal, I'll say, for catching big black drum in the surf here along the Panhandle. Yeah. There has been more big black drum caught. And our buddy, I don't know if I have it on here yet, but Brock Meyer out in Panama City caught a monster black drum tonight.
Yeah, I was about to pull that one up because I just saw it when I pulled up my Facebook a minute ago. I've got a little bit of a scroll I can do, I think.
We got out and saw Blaine. That's my son Jack and his son there. They're out there. This is what Blaine call them, bait hookers and catfish getters. There you go. That was a good day. Good hanging out with Blaine. Seeing them out there. Let's see here. All right, Donnie. So Brian and I are serious. You guys message us. You guys want stickers. You guys want some stuff. Donnie reached out. He's coming down here. Rogue Reels hooked him up. Demo hooked him up with some stuff. I hooked him up with some stuff. I mean, he's coming down here to fish. I mean, this right here, I think, says a lot about our group, and that, you want to make a guy feel proud to be part of the community. I mean, that's what we do. Yep. We want everybody to come out down here and catch fish. Gave Salt Squatch there a good shout out on the Rogue Reels. I mean, rigs. It's just awesome.
I don't know if you guys, we've said this before. We're not anything special. Come out and see us. I mean, if you see the flags, come up, please come fish with us. I'd love to talk to you. I mean, you see how much him and I talk. You think this is just him and I? Oh no, we talk.
Yeah. No, we can definitely talk. All right. So this is Paul. If you got a weak stomach, turn away. But our buddy Paul came over here from the Jacksonville area to fish with us. Had a phenomenal first day. Second day, not so good. Got hit with a stingray barb. In and out. He's probably going to call the trip a little bit early and go home early because of that. But, stingray, the barbs, the catfish, all that, no joke. The best thing he did was he got it out, went to the hospital right away, went to the ER, got it looked at, got some antibiotics, get him all fixed up. So he'll be okay. But even if you think you got it out and you think you're okay, always go get that shot, man. It'll help you out. I'm
sorry to say this, and this is going to be the worst thing. Paul, he didn't go right away. He caught 2 more Pompano.
I wasn't going to say that, but you're right. He electrical taped it up, and he went and caught 2 more Pompano, and then he went to the ER.
I texted him midway. I was like, "What's your suck up level? Are you at like 5 or 6 or 10?" Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, it's up there."
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. He put it on there. Yeah, I caught 2 more. I was like, what were you doing?
That is a nice mess of Pompano this morning from Fort Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fish are everywhere. So great job. Who is this here? Phil Fisher. That's a great last name, Fisher.
Yeah,
way to go. But fishing Fort Pickens there with had 3 guys out fishing, so that's why they had a lot of Pompano. And then lastly, this week coming up, the 21st, 22nd, Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle will have their spring pin event. So they'll have a pin rep there, deals going on. You buy X amount of merchandise, you'll get some pin gear thrown in there. So go out and see those guys at Emerald Coast. Love going out there talking with Josh and Anna. Always a good time when we see them. Oh, you got something. What you got?
I do. Okay, so I did want to bring a couple of these up. It is on these ones here. So today Tony went out and got a fish we haven't seen a bunch of.
Yeah. Not over here.
Some beautiful whiting. One of the things that he mentioned, though, they were super close.
Yeah.
We got them on someone said Tom. Rigs and the sand flea. So that one was there. I need to find that post. Okay. This is not a sand flea. It's a different variety of mole crab. I don't ever use them. I've heard people do, but it's not a sand flea. Wanted to bring that up. I want to. Oh yeah, that. Oh, I want one.
There's some big sail cats being caught right now.
You know, all the ones I really, really want. What the hell was this? Colt Smith. Jeez, dude.
He's out in the Mexico Beach area.
Right.
Yeah.
He got a good one. Where is it? This is going to drive me nuts because it was right in the top of my friggin' feed today.
What are you looking for?
Oh, well, that one was a good one.
Alan Cobb, yeah.
One.
Fish with him out at Princess Beach a lot.
All right, I know I'm going to find it. Anyway, this was one I definitely said I got a good one on. So Salty, we were talking about his earlier when he went out with Brad. Yeah. So they got on it. That's going to drive me
Salty,
nuts.
I got to throw the shout out to Salty. Salty is always tagging us at the hashtag Panhandle Fishing Report. Love seeing the posts. Great stuff coming in from him out there.
So I just met Jason the other day. Really, really cool dude. Does some work. He's working a lot, and he's just like he wanted to get out. He said he didn't get out in the surf much. He normally goes out in his boat, but he went out this weekend to go after it from 8:30 to 9. Caught 10. It just holy crap! And then the air-breathing butthole known as Flipper showed up and shut it down. But still, this was out in the Destin area. These fish are just getting after it. Alabama side, and this is something I wanted to bring. Where was it? Salties? No, because it wasn't that.
Well, Salties was in Perdido, so that's close to Alabama.
This is the one.
Okay.
Puppy drum.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit butthurt because I haven't caught one that is edible. We're only catching the monsters. But I did hear also from somebody in the group, won't say who, saw a puppy drum today, chased it down, and it didn't want to fight, but he knew it was a puppy on there. So they are still here. If you want to try to get out there and get after it.
In our group?
Mm-hmm. No. In our group, not our text group.
So I ran across some Monday inshore. And I know Bill had posted that he got onto some inshore. We got like a school of them that we spooked up off of the National Seashore area over there on the grass flats Monday.
We're an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There was a lot of them. What's that?
I'm sorry. We're on an hour and a half. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, going on an hour and a half. Yeah, but people are still sticking around, so we'll keep talking.
You poor souls.
Actually, we're wrapping up, so that's about that does it right there.
We got some charters this week. We got some good weather. I know I'm going to get out a little bit this week, so we got some good. Are you going out on the boat at all? Going inshore, or are you sticking on the surf?
Surf all this week. I'd love to get back out in the boat, but it's just with the charters this week and stuff coming on, and then the 2022 Spring Pompano Showdown this weekend. I'll be fishing Friday, Saturday, and then probably be over in Perdido area on Sunday.
Okay. I think this week I'm just sticking surf. I am going to go try to get some bait ready. I do need to stock up a little because I used a chunk of it this week. Can't wait to fish Pensacola Thursday afternoon. Yes, Mark Burford, you guys are going to be here.
Yeah.
And don't be shocked when you all see Mark post on Thursday evening / Friday morning that they caught limits. Because the same thing happened
between he and Chip. I'm sorry, I'm trying to log into the other computer. Between he and Chip, there definitely going to be some fish caught. And Mark, I will send you some information after this or tomorrow on some stuff.
So a lot of you that are going to be fishing in the tournament, keep in mind, with all these people coming, there will be stuff for sale. Chip's got sinkers. There will be some rigs coming. There will be stuff for carts. Mark's got rods. Matt's bringing rods. Frisky's bringing rods. They're all going to be, and the custom ones are there too. So when you come down, you're going to get to meet all these people. If there's gear that you want, now's a great time to get it while they're local, so you don't have to wait for the mail. And if you've been waiting to talk to them or see any of that stuff, there you go. And don't forget, the tackle shop will be open down there at Lost Key, so there will be availability for any of the other stuff you need, reels, rigs, anything of that nature. So I'm excited to see everybody, man. I am really excited for next weekend. Actually, are we actually going to do our show on Friday?
The weigh-in is always my favorite part. I'm going to talk to you afterwards on next Friday's show because I want to try to do some cool stuff, but we'll talk after. Yeah.
You got my attention, girl.
So next week we're going to have Captain Mark Holtz. So he's the one that introduced us to the GI jigs. I can't wait to see what he has this week or next week to talk to us about. Captain Justin will be back, and Perdido Blaine will be on. He'll go over all the final details for the Pompano tournament and talk to us about all of that good stuff. So it's going to be an exciting week. Get out there, do some fishing. Remember to tag us, #Panhandle Fishing Report, so we can get your photos up here as well. And as always, you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week. Here comes the outro.
You the tunes!